Hi there. We get a lot of clients asking us questions via email, and we highly encourage that. So I'd like to address some of these questions in our what we call the Q&A video. So one of our clients posted a question asking, I'm trying to pursue my master's in a Canadian university. Is it possible to bring my spouse along with me and get an open work permit for him to work? So we have to decipher this question and to kind of understand what's going on here. But essentially, it looks like they're just searching some information. It says I'm trying to pursue a master's in Canadian university, so it's most likely they do not have an acceptance letter yet. To apply for a study permit as the applicant, you first need that acceptance letters from a university or college. Once you have that acceptance letter, then you can apply for the study permit. How you apply for that study permit is described in our video, more detail about study permits, but essentially there's really two main things that we have to show. One is what's the purpose of your stay in Canada, which is obviously to study, and then demonstrating that you will exit the country at the end of your stay, so demonstrating your ties to your home country, and also demonstrating what the purpose of the study is and how you will utilize that back home. And then you submit the application, whether it being at the consulate, if you come from a non-visa exempt country. If you come from a visa exempt country like the United States, you do have that option of applying at the port of entry as well. The second part of the question is it possible to bring my spouse along with me, and how to get an open work permit for my spouse? So is it possible? Yes, it is. For the validity of your study, you can get an open work permit for your spouse. How you get that essentially is once you have your study permit, the open work permit for the spouse is quite straightforward. You just need to demonstrate that she or he is your spouse. Well, usually that's done with a marriage certificate. And you can either decide to submit the application as a whole, as in together, or you can do it separate. Once you have your study permit in hand, then you can subsequently file for the open work permit for your spouse. Why I say this is because it depends on how strong your application is for that study permit that we determine whether it should be together or separate. Meaning, if you bring your spouse and your dependents with you, the officer, despite having an acceptance letter, despite having great financial means to support your stay in Canada, despite having all the check marks, may still refuse your application because he or she may not be convinced that you will exit the country, specifically because you have brought forth your entire family to Canada. So depending on how strong your application is, we do both. We sometimes submit the entire application as one, or once we get the study permit, we then move forward to apply for open work permits and study permits and whatnot for dependents. So it's really a technique, it's a tactic that you have to understand how strong your application is. We understand certain consulates are a little bit more flexible, certain consulates are a little bit more rigid when it comes to giving the open work permits. So doing it the right way really increases your chance for success, not only on the study permit route, but also the open work permit and getting visas for your dependent children. I hope that question helped. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to call us at any time. Thank you, and until next time.